In the OnePlus 11 full review, I gave it a good rating. The OnePlus 11 is indeed a worthwhile phone, but not everyone can afford a sub-flagship. Most people are probably more excited about this one. OnePlus Ace, this one. It's only $401 in China for the 12 Plus 256 version, which I think should mean the flagship killer is really coming back. By the way, the OnePlus Ace 2 has another global name, OnePlus 11R, and all the specs are the same except the RAM and ROM capacities are different, so you can consider this video as a full review of OnePlus 11R as well. It's easy to tell that the OnePlus Ace 2 and 11 are family just by the design itself. If you like the design of OnePlus 11, then you would definitely like the design of Ace 2 as well. The most obvious change is the Hasselblad logo is gone, but I think the lens module becomes better looking without the Hasselblad logo. The frame also changed from metal to plastic, but the weight did not become much lighter, and the fingerprint area has become more down, which is the reason for the cheaper price. The good thing is that the alert slider has not been removed and add an IR blaster. I prefer the blue Ace 2 to the green OnePlus 11, and the frosted back panel is less likely to collect fingerprints. I don't think the Ace 2's design is too impressive, but it's still above the past line. Yes, the OnePlus Ace 2, like the 11, is focused on performance. It uses a normal Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which is a bit stronger than the downclocked 8 Plus Gen 1 version of K60 in terms of scores. And to make Genshin Impact run more smoothly on OnePlus phone, OnePlus spent 100 million RMB to set up an optimization lab with MiHoYo. The official webpage says the Genshin average 59 FPS, so at least Genshin won't let us down on Ace 2, right? Well, it did. In high performance mode, we were just fighting mushrooms on Samaru. The performance is more average or even poor, and temperatures are particularly high. If you turn off the high performance mode, you instead get lower temperatures and a higher average frame rate. Compared to Redmi K60, the strategies are different and each has its own pros. But if you play for more than 20 minutes, it will still be locked at 30 FPS for a while. The CPU throttling test results shows that the cooling system is not as good as they advertised. The gaming performance of Ace 2 is not that good, it is just the average level of 8 Plus Gen 1 phone. Ace 2 has a frame insertion mode for games, but there are many limits. Most of the games that can be enabled in frame insertion mode are Chinese games, and once the temperature is too high, this mode will not be turned on. Ultra Steady Frames mode is the only feature that can really improve your gaming experience, and it does stabilize the frame rate a lot after you turn it on, but the temperature is still very high. To be honest, since the OnePlus is back to Oppo, the performance is not as strong as before. That slogan on the box is just a gimmick. If you really care about the gaming experience, I suggest you consider 8 Gen 2 phone or gaming phones. The OnePlus 11 could have been perfect, but unfortunately, its Samsung E4 panel wasn't as friendly to the eyes, and there was a lot of people worrying about green lines issue. This time Ace 2 has changed. It comes with a 1240p screen from Tianma. Except for LTPO and resolution, all specifications of this screen are better than OnePlus 11's, especially the more eye-friendly aspect. Turn on the high-frequency PWM switch in developer mode and it would upgrade from 360Hz dimming to 1044Hz dimming at lower brightness. The daily touch sampling rate is 125Hz and it can reach 375Hz when gaming. Better than OnePlus 11, but both are worse than Redmi 60. So all in all, I think this display is really better than the OnePlus 11. If you're looking for a better screen at the same price point, there's only the K60 to choose from. The Ace 2's main camera is the same IMX-A90 sensor as the OnePlus 11. Because the K60 camera is so weak, the competitor we found for it is OnePlus 11. Indeed, the IMX-A90 is a good sensor. Even if the OnePlus 11 has the help of Hasselblad, there's not much difference between them. Without the watermark's help, I probably wouldn't be able to tell which one was taken respectively by myself. What's even more impressive is that even with the 2x crop in the main camera, it still takes about the same photo as the optical 2x lens of the OnePlus 11. So I think the Ace 2 is as good as 11 with main camera. For ultra-wide camera, they are more different. The OnePlus 11 still keeps at the same level as the main camera, but it is a shortcoming of Ace 2 when it tries to increase dynamic range. The edges of leaves are turning purple. At night, scenes with a lot of light perform quite well. But when there's not enough light, the noise becomes more and the sharpness decreases, just like the K60's ultra-wide camera. The Ace 2 does not support 8K video, the main camera supports up to 4K 60fps and the ultra-wide camera 1080p 30fps. The main camera footage is similar. Pay attention to people's clothes. Maybe the dynamic range of OnePlus 11 is a little higher, but the gap is not that big. The Ace 2's ultra-wide camera is a little less in clarity and noise control, and the image will be shaky.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
The bad news is that the Ace 2's charging speed has taken a step back. 100-watt charging isn't particularly fast, but 25 minutes for a full charge isn't slow either. At least you get the exact same charging speed at the OnePlus 11 for $170 less, which is worth it. It's not just the charging speed that's the same, the battery life is almost identical as well. Both phones are average and there's not much to say about them. The OnePlus Ace 2 is very similar to the 11. They focus on performance, but don't stand out. Instead, it's the camera system that impresses us. This time, OnePlus is simply gonna make us a price tag we cannot refuse. Maybe as a OnePlus 11R is a bit expensive, but as an Ace 2, it's absolutely cheap. If you know how to swap ColorOS for OxygenOS, you should know how to buy this phone to get the cheapest deal. If you still have a little bit of love left of OnePlus, you can try this. If not, you can wait for a full review of Realme GT Neo 5. That would be another flagship killer. Remember to subscribe to our channel. This is Will from Gizmochina, and we'll see you next time.